I'm back. Well, what's going on, Tony? Well, what's going on basically is that really this is a little reasonably short review for a product that's made in China, and it's from a company that contacted me and asked me to do a review. Now, as a lot of people know, I'm extremely reluctant to do reviews when I'm being paid or gifted or in some way maybe misguided along the lines of doing a review that would be biased. There's no question it would be biased. Anyway, this company contacted me, and I've got some email here. I'll put it up on the screen over there so you can see it yourself. You get an idea of what they were asking. Well, what did I do? Well, that's a very good question. Well, let me get you up to speed with it. The company, I printed it out. You'll probably see it on screen like I said. The company's someone called Lekato, L-E-K-A-T-O. You might have heard of them or you might not have. I hadn't heard of them, as it happens. But they said to me, they said, well, yeah, go and choose one of these 3 items for the UK and, you know, review it, and off you go. There's your free sort of whatever it is. We'll come to that in a moment. But I opted not to do that, and I thought, well, I should review it because, well, it's what guys go and buy. So I went and bought it from where it said on here. I think it was about £25 in England. And yeah, anyway, I bought it. And the story continues. I notified the company that I actually bought it, and they were wanting to give me my money back over and over. Well, that's not the way it works in reviews that I do. Now, the reviews that you get from other people may or may not be particularly biased towards the product in some way because they've been paid or they've had financial gain or you name it. I don't do that on my channel, as some of my recent reviews will absolutely confirm. And when I say it's not very good, trust me, it's not. Anyway, that's enough of this. I'm going to get down to the review and show you what it is. And it's an interesting one. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but it's something you'll use all the time. Well, Tony, let's get down to it. What is it? Well, I'll tell you what it is. Let me get this thing out. It's a guitar strap. But, well, don't go anywhere. Wait a moment. This is worth looking at. Actually, it is worth looking at. There's a few things going on here. Let's take a quick look at the strap, because it says here, guitar and bass strap. And I can assure you, my mate Alan, my bass guitarist, came around just the other night and he had goo-goo eyes for the strap. You know what it can be like with some of these guitars, some of the 7 strings I've got. And certainly with bass, yeah, it can be bad. But this is a wide strap, which I like to see. And yeah, there's a few other things about it. So what I'm going to do, first off, is I'm going to zoom in and let you have a closer look, because I think something like that, you need to. Yeah, you might be impressed or not. Well, here we are running from the top, so to speak. And there it is. It's got its proud branding on there, Lekato guitar and bass strap. Yeah, and what I can tell you straight off is these end pieces here, these two, they're real leather. Yeah, it's the real stuff. You can tell it's a bit tight when you first get these things, because they always are, aren't they? Always a bit difficult to get on your guitar, but don't worry about that. That's a good thing. But more about that later, and you know, whether they're going to fall off your guitar or something like that. There's an answer to that. So as we move down, this moves into sort of, well, it feels like a sort of nylon type of material. But more importantly, on the back, I could say on the back side, but I don't think I will. Yeah, on the back, you've got these sort of neoprene pads. You can see them here. They're all very interesting stuff, and something that you don't really see very often. I like the stitching as well. It's really really tough stuff. The strap doesn't move much, doesn't give way that much, but they are soft. Yeah, not too soft though. So I guess once you're using this type of strap, that it's going to act as it'll be sort of rubbing on your shoulder and relaxing your shoulder a little bit. That's a guess, but that's what I would have thought. Anyway, moving down to the other end, let me turn it around. It's a big long strap, which we'll talk about. On this end here, you've got the same thing. You've got this, it's made of leather. Quite nice actually, not bad. For what it is, it's not bad. And then it moves on to, these look like nylon type of material for the, you know, for the bits that go through and the buckle and that sort of stuff. It's like a nylon-y type of stuff. Yeah, and this material is like nylon. Again, it's very, very tough. It's like almost, this feels here like off a seat belt, if you know what I mean. And down the end, you've got another chunk of leather at this end, which is all going to fit together very nicely. Yeah. Well, what do you think of that? Pretty hefty strap, reasonable price. They're all sort of on the $20 or £20 or £25 type of margins these days, I guess. And I suppose the dealers need the money. It's life. But yeah, I think you can buy them direct as well. But what I liked about it was something that I haven't mentioned. Yeah, you know when you've got your strap, well, what can be the problem is it can flirt off, can't it? Well, to stop that, they actually supply you with 4 of these little washers. You've seen them. They're very similar to the Fender ones, actually. Very similar. 2 of them got stars on and 2 of them just are plain. But these will stop your guitar hopping off there. Yeah, and they're included, 2 sets. And as well as that, you get a selection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different picks. And I'll tell you, these are basically varying thicknesses. But bearing in mind that they're sort of thrown in for free, what do you want for your money? Well, I do hope the video's nice and clear, because on the other camera it started to get a bit dark and I could mess around with it, but some of these cameras are complex beasts, and this one here is a complex beast, just like the one over there is. But that one's going to be relegated. I'll get some money back and I'll probably be working on this one. Yeah, probably. And if I don't like this one will be sold, and then I'll go back to the old one and reset it. Now all the information on this strap's down there in the text. Always remember that when you come and look at my videos, because I'll put all the information down below. And if you want to go and have a look where you can buy them direct, it's a website called lekatodeal.com. But they are on Amazon as well, and the Amazon information's down below, as is everything else. Yeah, so how would I score it? Well, for me, remember, I don't always have guitar straps this thick. For me, I would relate this at about an 8 out of 10. But it's a very good attempt, I can tell you. And the reason it's a very good attempt, I guess, is to me, it's designed for specific uses. Although many guitarists will like it as it is, I'm a little flimsy guy. And my guitars are usually pretty light. So for me, yeah, I'll use it, but I wouldn't use it as much as maybe a lighter one. So that's important if you don't care about heavy straps. But the strap itself isn't heavy, but it's what you're going to hang on it, if you get me. So it's an 8 out of 10, which is it's a good score. And, you know, it's a Far East product, and some people have said to me, oh yeah, but Tony, you know, you always mark Chinese products and Far East products. You know, you think they're this or you think they're that. No, that's absolutely not true, and it never has been. They just say that. I don't know, maybe I said something that frustrated them a bit. Well, you do want the truth, don't you? Now, what would I recommend you do with it? Well, let me tell you what I'd recommend you do with it. If you've got a friendly bass player in your band, not one of them other types, but a friendly one, a nice one you get on with, you should be, because you have to work together. Why don't you just go and buy him one? Buy him one and say, here, look what I've bought you. You'll get on like a house on fire if you do that. Alan Bruce will be round next time and I'll say, here you go, Alan, take it. Take it. Yeah, and there we go. Wow, thanks, thanks. Yeah, and that's a good thing, isn't it? You don't like bass players. Well, you can't have everything, can you? Okay, well, there's not much left to talk about. I've talked about the product and all the rest of it. I don't want any experts. I just want ordinary guys to look at the video quality and the light and things like that. Just tell me what you think. It's better than it was, right? And the audio should be, well, it should be nigh on perfect. I'm now using a radio mic that just connects straight to the camera. Okay, well, don't forget to go to www.tonymackenzie.com if you want to. There's plenty of reviews on there. And and if you don't, well, don't. Thanks for watching. It's always interesting to see the good guys rather than some of the others. And I'll see you next time. But do comment about the clarity of the video and the audio tone, remember. Now get out of here.